about science and everything for the whole day. So instead of doing that, I'd rather hear what questions you have. Now, I have a theory called the law of relevance. I think that when something is relevant to someone, they put in the effort to figure it out, correct? Okay, so before I go on, I'm actually giving this to Mr. Yinka. It's one of my souvenirs I was going to give him. I got this at the Oxford Museum for History, Science History, in 2023 when I went to Oxford University. If you're familiar with Oxford, Oxford is the only school that beats Harvard, MIT all the time, right? Oxford has some of the best mathematicians in the world. Probably the best mathematician alive in top 5 is at Oxford right now. His name is Andrew Wiles. Actually, let me start with his story. So I teach math history, science history. I also teach mathematics. And I've written a curriculum called Counting to Calculus. Basically, my curriculum takes you from primary 1 to university level 3 maths in one. So you take one book, one journey, and any topic you want to learn from any country of the world is there. And part of that was built with AI tools. And I'll talk to you about AI in a second. But Andrew Wiles was about 10 years old. He's from Cambridge in the United Kingdom. Oxford and Cambridge are the two big names in the UK. And when he was 10 years old, he saw something called Fermat's last theorem. Fermat's last theorem basically says, if you take the Pythagoras theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, right? There are no numbers that will work for that sequence if you go above square. So there are no numbers in the world that if you did a cubed plus b cubed is equal to c cubed. Does that make sense? But that's not the only issue. There are no numbers at all for the rest of the numbers to infinity that will work. That is a big claim. He found that problem when he was 10 years old, and he said, I will prove it. He went on to Princeton University. Princeton University is where Albert Einstein died. Just gives you context, right? You guys know who Albert Einstein was? Albert Einstein was at Princeton. So the powerhouse for mathematics in the US is MIT, Caltech, Princeton, right? Harvard. But Princeton is a serious place. He got a PhD in mathematics, and then he worked on this problem for years. And in 1994, in Cambridge University, which is the home of Isaac Newton, he was able to prove it. Somebody found a little mistake in his proof. He corrected it, and now it's law. There are no numbers above squares that the Pythagoras theorem idea works for. The man who proposed that problem was a contemporary of Sir Isaac Newton. He lived right before Newton. His name was Pierre de Fermat. Let me wrap up my time by saying this.